And y'all created it.
I've already got the bully subtitle, so I guess this is just what it is.
Most frightening thing is a man who says, you know what? The shoe fits, so not only am I going to wear it, but I'm shoving it up somebody's ass.
Shove it so far up your ass, you'll be spitting out shoelaces.
Oh,
well, she don't have it right now.
wowzers. All right, let's get into game one, in which we're going to get the Josie mirror. I'm dying to see how this one turns out. I'm going to start on Hammerhead here.
Alright. So, I do know.
Amazing job. What do you know again?
Streaming's a blow up, guys.
Not quite.
So, I do know that from the last time I've seen him play, and from the last time that some people in the Discord have tried to help him out, we've been talking to Ultraviolet about getting rid of his habit of DF2ing and hop kicking. And using some of his other pokes, like he loves to use down 4, but you know, kind of limits himself in his moveset choices.
It's like down 4 is a great move, but you need a little bit more than that, of course.
I mean, it's one of her best lows, obviously, but that in and of itself isn't really going to be enough to make somebody like go and to open someone up.
Precisely, especially against another Josie where her lows are annoying, but you're mainly looking for the counter. She's pretty much looking for you to press buttons in real time, which is why these health bars are melting so fast.
Well, it's honestly just reckless running the Josie mix-up game, doing a lot of things in the switch dance and crouch dash. Actually, a very nice punish from her on the CD3.
The duck with no punish.
I don't expect a lot of defense. I really kind of think that it's going to be Ultraviolet has to stop her from just doing what she wants to do.
Oh, that was a risky interrupt, but we'll take those. What a mini. I'm seeing like a lot of these mini ducks, but not really too much any punishment, even like a simple wall stand forward.
Yeah, that's gonna happen for
Well, we're putting that in the record book, so they got it in the tapes later.
But Reckless is trying to challenge a lot of lows with Wild Rising 1-2, which is 1-2? I think it's
Wild Rising 2-1.
2-1, I'm sorry. Which is Josie's 13 frame while standing launcher, but it only works for like 2 of Josie's lows, which is crouch dash 3 and I think the full crouch DF4.
Yes.
All the
otherwise, DF4, she doesn't even have a punch for that, other than, you know, low jab.
Well, no. For her full, it's the big full crouch low. I don't know if we'll get a chance to see it on stream, but that one's minus. I think it's
minus 14. Yes.
At the least, it's minus 14. So Josie can launch.
I actually believe it's just minus 13.
No. It's minus. Oscar just while rising 140. But
okay.
so that's why I say minimum.
14.
So those are the only 2 lows that Josie can actually launch from herself. So I would love to see Reckless use more while rising 4 when she blocks like that low, for example, switch dance 3.
Slowly bringing her to the wall here. Ooh, with
nice
the hop kick.
Where is your combo, sir?
And we get another one. If we hop kick, we hurt. We don't just let him get up for free. We destroy around here. This is the glue.
That's my round-ending combo. Good. Now let him have it.
You can. Oh, good God Almighty!
All right, there's the combo. All right, see, he does have okay.
Delicious. What an intro! Oh, drop. Okay, we got one. Not
we have
quite.
A combo counter on the side, Kyle.
What a whip
nice
punish. Sidewall saves lives. Got her at the wall.
So that 2-2. I think it's back 2-2. That Ultraviolet's doing.
We block
high, and he can double.
Oh, no break on the throw. 1+2. He's got rage. What's he doing with it? Ankles. He the challenge.
So all of Josie's transitions in the switch stance on block are always plus. So you can't challenge her whenever she does it. So when she goes into switch stance from strings, it's always going to be high unless it's DF4 because that's a mid. So if you're ever suspecting that that's what she's setting up for, just make sure you're ducking.
Again, just was running the game. Oh, with an interrupt. That was a very risky interrupt. Oh, the wall bounce. That's going to smart a little bit. Ain't the biggest damage, but we got her on the wall. And just slowly poking away at the ankles here. And he's been a little stingy with his rage drive as well. So hasn't really tried to force any pressure at the wall, trying to get those plus frames free.
Well, if anything, his best chance will probably be to use it in a combo. But he hasn't really shown that he has that flexibility to adjust his combos yet.
True.
So,
which would make it a little more useful if he doesn't have the full rage drive combos. At least throw it out, hey, she's at the wall, it's your turn, time to put the pressure on, especially when it's punched you.
yes, but Reckless also has not been respecting him at all. Like, they're both just kind of swinging for the fences.
Well,
So,
at the end of the day,
unless-
that's the dice roll with the character that's kind of counting on you to try and challenge stuff.
It's not a dice roll, but neither of these two are really establishing any flame traps. Probably because they don't know them offhand. So when you're in a situation like that where you can't force somebody to respect you with your frame trap, being plus doesn't mean anything. So the best chance for you to use your rage at this point is either for a combo or to just tell somebody to back off. But I don't know how comfortable he is in taking that risk. I think it's pretty risk-free at this point because Reckless is just going ham. But yeah, he's willing to do it. And the thing is, even if he does, these life deficits are too big for it to really matter, I feel, because Reckless still has like over half life for the most part. And even though the rage art will take away significant damage, she still has, like, it's not like he's evened up the life damage.
Precisely. So once he really gets a life deficit, he doesn't really have much to work with in terms of trying to get it back. And one of the main reasons is he's really got to be able to finish his plate to at least even up the score. So there's a lot of damage being left on the table on both sides, but one is clearly benefiting from the other.
Well, for Reckless, it's okay that she gets to drop combos because she's winning the exchanges in neutral. You can change stage, you can't change scare.
Yes, you can change controls.
How do you forget to change your control? He's
Always
new,
be sure to
so,
check
you
your
know,
buttons
learning
before
is
playing,
great.
ladies and gentlemen. Always got to be optimal from the start to the character select screen. Not just the character select, but make sure your buttons are off.
Well,
Josie resolve.
how much of an impact do you think that's gonna make, though? That's the question.
Josie resolve.
Well, we're about to find out because we got at least 2 games left, depending on how this goes.
Get ready for the next battle.
I mean, I only have a key charge button, and even if I forget to put the key charge, I don't really need it most of the time, so we're chilling. How about you, Afro?
I just have one for 3 throw breaks. That's it. One
Dang,
full and one
so
plus
he has
two.
to.
Round 1. Fight.
It sounds like you're struggling over here. I mean, but also half the scene can't punish shoulder on round start. So there's a lot of problems hanging out here.
Not quite the biggest.
That's,
Okay, we're getting a counter hit punish here. Is that going to the wall? Not quite. And there goes the rage. Got him at the wall.
all right, now see
And
there.
there's the one.
That was the so when Reckless did her rage drive and she immediately followed up with standing 3. That's a frame check, right? So if there was a counter hit string option, I just don't know it offhand. That could have been a blow up right there. So it's stuff like that Ultraviolet has to like put on the table in order to get
And
Reckless
just
to like.
running with those maybe. Move the power crush. Just move pressure.
You know, that is a good idea. Ultraviolet should throw Reckless. I wonder if he'll do it.
Listen, man.
Round 3.
Gotta
Check her pockets.
Magic 4 on round start, no
Oh,
combo.
duck 1, 3, 3.
And, oh, God.
Alright, so something that people may not know is that Josie's 1-2-1, even though it's a 10 frame punish, it's all jail, and it's all high, but the trade-off is that it's -12. So ordinarily you might see something like that and assume it's safe because there's like hardly any pushback, there's no blocks done. Minus 4. So really important to know.
Matter of fact, let me actually put that in my notes.
I got this.
Well, it's game 4, so it doesn't seem like the button change is going to do too much, because if anything, it kind of just meant that Red was a little bit of time to breathe and immediately went back into it, so it didn't really benefit either person that much for the button change.
Which is a shame because he started off really strong in that first round back. But then he got comboed 1, and that was kind of it.
Yeah, he's
Good
definitely got
punch on the
a
3
big
too.
deficit to work with, so he's got a bit of an uphill climb here. It's not going to be easy, especially with a lot of these button challenges. Again, like I said, Josie, one of those characters, you challenge her too much, your light bar is going to
That was an amazing side bump.
It definitely was.
Now, anything in those regards are risky, right? Like sidewalking is a risk. Trying to challenge is a risk. Ducking is a risk, obviously. You're really calling out specific options when you do any of those things.
Nice
So
one punished.
it's not something that you want to make a habit of doing.
Round 3.
But it worked out, so he is showing some numbers.
Yeah, but it's looking pretty rough here in game 5, though. 2 down. Really hasn't been able to get anything going thus far, and we're really just seeing the blender.
Can we also talk about the lack of punishment on DF2s and hop kicks?
Yeah,
Like
because
minus
what did we
13?
say? DF2 is a poke move.